Hey everyone, it's time for another circuit. So we're going to grab our weights. This time you only need one. We're going to go into a side angle row with extension. So just like in yoga, you'll come to a side angle. So basically what you want to do is you want to stabilize your lower half. You're going to take your dumbbell and you're going to place it in front of you and you're going to come up into a row and then extend upward into the air. Come down and then complete your row. So you might want to start off going pretty light with the weight on these. If the extension up bothers you, you're just going to row here. So this is a row to an extension, and then we bring it down. It's two separate movements, so make sure that you're completing one before you begin the next one. We're working the back here, and then we extend up to work the shoulders, and then we'll come back down. So we're working on the right side first, and we're making sure that these movements are controlled and separated. So what you don't want to do is just come all the way up. You want to make sure that as you row, you complete the row, and then you extend up. Row to extension. This is a great one to use a water bottle with because it is a little bit on the lighter side. Whenever you're extending up like this, you want to make sure that you're not choosing a weight that's too heavy for you. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, our last movement here, extend up, don't just drop the weight, and then we'll finish the movement. So we're going to pick up the second weight, or again, something heavy at this point. We're going to do a weight drop squat. We're coming into a wide stance, and as we squat down, we're pushing back like we're sitting into a chair. We come down, we place the weights on the floor, we let go for a second, and then we come up. We come down, let the weights go on the floor, and then come up. So as you're doing this movement, you're in a basic squat position. You want to make sure that your movements are slow and controlled. When you come up, you're squeezing the glutes together to raise you up. By taking that pause at the bottom of the movement, you're emphasizing the contraction, just like you do whenever you come up and you utilize that pelvic tilt to squeeze. We're not doing too many reps here. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make the movements as effective as possible. The way that you do that is you make them slow and controlled. Utilize every contraction that you can. So you want to squeeze here, squeeze on the way up. As you get to the top, squeeze again. Let go of the weights, bring them up. All of your body weight is in your heel. We'll go 5, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, knee is over the ankle, and last one here. Finish, come all the way up, squeeze at the top. It's always easy on the last rep to just try to hurry through the process and just drop the weights and be done with it. You want to make sure that every single rep is as effective as possible. So we're coming on to the other side with those side angle rows. Stabilize first. I'm using my left arm here. We'll row up and take the extension up. Come down, finish the row. Row, extend, come back, release it down. We're not using momentum to bring the weight up, nor are we letting it drop on its way down. We're squeezing the back, using the shoulder muscles to extend, letting it come down, and then returning it to the start position. Row up, extend, come back, release down. These will give you a lot of definition in your back, in your shoulders, you're also getting a little bit of core contraction here. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. So we're on the last one. We're going to complete every single movement just like it was our first rep. So we're coming back into the weight drop squat. We're wide with our stance here. Knees are going to come down over our ankles. Our weight is pressing into the heel. We come into our squat, let go of the weight for a second, bring it back up, squeeze the glutes. Come down, let them drop, come up, and squeeze the glutes. And you're not letting the weights completely drop on the floor. You're just setting them down, pausing for a moment, letting go, and then coming up. It's forcing you to take an extra contraction of the muscle right here at the end. Use your pelvic floor to bring you up. It's not about using your back muscles. It's about using those glutes to bring you up. Squeeze at the top. Five, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, one more, just like the first one. We're going to finish it out. Come up, and we're going to take the squeeze. So next up, we have a narrow deadlift with a hammer curl. I'll start this from the side. And as always, with our deadlifts, we want to make sure that our form is really, really good. So we're going to come down in front, feel the stretch in the hamstring, use that pelvic muscle. The pelvic floor is going to bring you up, squeeze the glutes. When you get to the top, continue to squeeze and take your hammer curl. Come back down, squeeze to elevate your way up, and then take the hammer curl while you're contracting the glutes. We'll come down, squeeze up, continue that contraction, and hammer curl. So now we're utilizing the upper and the lower body, continuing to build strength, but since we're using more muscles, our heart rate's going to go up. Take the hammer curl, come down, use that pelvic tilt, squeeze the glutes together, and that is what will bring you up. You don't want your back to be the main muscle to bring you up. You want the glutes to bring you up. That's what we're working here. Contract, and then take the hammer curl. 5, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, squeeze. Go one more here. Come down, take the squeeze, take the hammer curl. So we'll drop the weights to the side and do cardio. We're gonna do a little bit of jump rope. So we're here and we're just going to jump rope. You can do a double time here. You can jump like this, like this. If you're taking a modification, you just be marching in place. Utilize your arms here to bring your heart rate up. You can come back and forth, side to side, turn around. Like I always say, if you're working out in a small space and you're trying to do cardio, utilize the space that you have to move. Any type of movement is going to take your heart rate up. So I'm doing more of a jog here. I have my arms going, heart rate's coming up. And I really can't emphasize this enough. Whenever you are in this cardio, you really need to feel like you're working hard. So if you're not working hard here, you need to move more to amp up your heart rate. That's why I always say, if you have any type of long hallway, utilize that space to jog up and down. We're going to go into ice skaters. And I'm just moving back and forth, utilizing my space, getting the heart rate up. Okay, so we'll start the ice skaters. You want to have a little bit of room towards the other side, and you're just going to come side to side. So here again, you're going to utilize the space that you have. The more that you get your arms involved, if you want to do a larger jump in the middle, that's going to raise your heart rate. Your cardio is only lasting 3 to 5 minutes per circuit. So whatever you can do in those 3 to 5 minutes to get your heart rate up, that's what you need to be doing. Here we're just going side to side. Utilize that jump if your heart rate is not where you need it to be. And again, a lot of people will try to carry weights while they're doing cardio. I typically advise against it because you want your movements to be fast. And when you're holding weights, it's too quick to injure yourself if you're making fast movements. Okay, we're gonna come back into that jump rope. So we're here, and we're just gonna jump rope it out. And again, I'm just trying to, as best as I can, utilize the small space around me. And this is where, as you can tell, my heart rate's going up. These are the workouts that I do at home. Typically, I will take the hallway and run up and down, side step, jumping jacks. For demonstration purposes, I am taking the modifications, but even those are getting my heart rate up. about to move back into those ice skaters. So let's start here, and we'll just go side to side. So this is why I always recommend, if you have any Bluetooth headphones, plug me into the headphones and put music on in the background. That way you can hear me give instructions, but you have the music to kind of give you a beat to go to. Just one of the things that I learned doing videos at home. This is our last little portion of cardio. We'll go into standing abs and then do some core work on the floor. But we want to keep the momentum up. When you're only doing cardio for 3 to 5 minutes and you don't have to talk, you can really get your heart rate going through the roof. Always stay in control though. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. So for standing abs, we're gonna do a lunge with a twist. We're gonna do a reverse lunge, alternating, twisting to either side. So this isn't so much about the lunge as it is holding that contraction and twisting to either side. So I'm gonna start here, side view, and we're gonna come into a reverse lunge. We're gonna take it to the leg that's bent. So you come up, come back, you're gonna twist this way. So as you get into these, it's gonna take a few reps for your body to figure out what it's gonna do. So you're gonna contract in the abs, twist, come back to standing, come back, twist, come back to standing. These will throw you off balance, but again, that's good because then it's strengthening the stabilizer muscles. So if you wobble, that's fine. Regain your balance, come back, and keep twisting. When you come up to standing, that's a good time to reset the abs, contract in, come down, and take the twist. Five, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. And we come up to standing. We'll come down to the floor, finish up with some core work. Grab some water while you can. So we're gonna do some slow bicycles, and I'll even show y'all that this can be done in a small space. So we're here on the ground, and what we're gonna do is bring the leg up, opposite arm to opposite knee. Come down, opposite arm to opposite knee. We're gonna start off with a few reps here. Again, keep that space between your chin and your chest. Your elbow does not have to touch your knee. You really want the shoulder coming to the knee instead of the elbow. But you don't want to crimp the neck and come up like so. You want it to be a slow and controlled movement. We'll go 3, 2, last one here. We'll come on the opposite side and we're gonna hold. You can outstretch this arm too if that feels better for you. And hold the contraction in your abs. You can wiggle your hands and feet if you want. We're just holding that contraction here and twisting at the same time. So we'll come down and we're going to come up and we'll dig it to this side. You want your lower back pinned into the mat, the floor, carpet, whatever you have. And we're just holding that contraction. And if you were to let go, you'd still have that contraction. So you don't want to hold yourself into the contraction. You want your abs themselves to contract into the position. So we'll come down and we're going to finish off with a few double crunches. Slow. 3, 2, 1 more with the hold. Outstretch for a second if you can. Come back and then come up. So this is yet another circuit. Again, if this is your first one of the day, your second one, or even your last one, great job, and keep on with me and I will have more circuits. Thanks and have a great day.